Hey everybody, this is Ernie Hard, the Florida driver, and I just wanted to talk to you about what do you do in the event you tell Uber to not charge the rider, and then the rider gets rude after you do that for them and slams your door so hard that it gives a G-stop event on your N2 Pro. The Vantrue N2 Pro automatically stops filming whenever you have a wreck. A collision. They call it a G-stop. Alright, so anyway, she slammed the door so hard I had a G-stop event on my camera. So anybody with a Vantrue, you have anything that happens where your car gets jarred and the G-stop happens, you need to unplug your camera and go ahead and go in and download your video onto whatever hardware, software, whatever you want to call it, you know, whenever you download your video to your computer or an SD card other than the Vantrue mini SD or micro SD. So what happened was I told them that I couldn't no longer afford to, as a businessman, afford to sit in line at Wendy's. Well, she didn't want to cancel the ride because it was going to charge her $5, which that's valid. I only drove 7 minutes to get there, wasted all my time and gas to get there, and now she wants to then ask me if she can go to Wendy's when she could have asked me through a text or called or whatever, and I could have said no, and then she could have canceled from a distance. But anyway, being a nice guy, I told her I would help her out, and there was two of them. They were going to the club. It was like 11:30 at night, you know, which is in college town, that you don't want to get in line to get any food at that time of night anywhere, especially after they've been partying all night and their lines are 15 cars long. So I go ahead and cancel the ride and ask Uber not to charge the rider. Well, that of course Uber won't charge the rider because I didn't take them anywhere. I never got out of the parking position, but whenever I did that, once the ride was canceled and they made sure that they didn't have no money, that's when they started getting nasty. All right, the girl in the front only slammed the door. I've had them slam the door, not even knowing they're slamming the door. Door shut real easy on one of these Toyota Avalons, but the girl in the back slammed it so hard that I had the G-stop event on my camera. All right, well, you know, I got out and I told him, I said, look, that was just totally unnecessary. Thought it was on film and everything, but that G-stop event got overwrote because I didn't take my camera and unplug it so it wouldn't, because when it stopped at that G-stop event, the next right that it did when I recranked the car and went on about my business rode over that. So I don't have, like for 2 hours of video, probably because I stopped multiple times, eventually it re-rode over that whole event, so I didn't have any video coverage. But I called Uber customer support, and thank you Uber customer support for the ability to be able to call you, because when I got on customer support and told them that what had happened, they told me they were so sorry. If there was any damage, to send a picture. They sent me, you can't really take a picture of someone slamming the door because there's no damage to the door. As you can see, it still lines up perfectly. It's just the fact that she tried to break it. All right, she tried to show her butt, you know. So Uber ended up paying me for that event. Now I don't know that they got charged, but I know I got paid. So anytime you have an event after going in and telling Uber not to charge the rider, you can change that if you have a valid reason. The valid reason was their attitude. The valid reason was she tried to damage my car. The valid reason was good enough for Uber to go ahead and get, I know it's only $3.85, but I got paid the gas to go get them at least. I didn't lose out on that too. Now, all this being said, remember, if you got a Vantrue N2 Pro, you want to unplug your camera if you're going to keep working, and don't record until you get the video or change SD cards, which I have an SD card I could have changed out. I didn't think about it, but now I know. So that's one. Two, if you tell Uber not to charge your rider, you can go back in and call them up, tell them what happened, and of course if you have any video evidence, back it up, send it to them, or any pictures that you can, like if they would have thrown an egg on my car, I could have took a picture of the egg, blah blah blah. They wouldn't have liked that because that would have been probably about a $200 hit. But all she did was slam the car. I made $3.85. I got took to school on that one. I've done almost 6,500 rides. I've only had 2 events that I needed videoed, and maybe 3 out of 6,500 rides, not doing bad. But my suggestion to you is get a camera, protect yourself, and y'all know this is Ernie Hard, the Florida driver. Y'all keep Ubering on, like and share this. If you look at some of my videos and like them, please like and share. I'm not very well known yet. Thank you for watching.